Does ProDentim actually work? You've probably seen ProDentim ads claiming that this oral probiotic can support healthier teeth, gums and fresher breath. But here's the real question. Is ProDentim actually backed by science, or is it just clever marketing? In this video, we're going to look at what ProDentim is, what's inside it, what the research says, and whether the claims are actually supported by evidence. So before you buy ProDentim, watch this review until the end. ProDentim is an oral probiotic supplement that's marketed for dental and oral health. Unlike a traditional toothpaste or mouthwash, the basic idea behind an oral probiotic is to introduce beneficial bacteria that may help support a healthier balance of microorganisms in the mouth. And that concept isn't completely made up. Research has investigated several probiotic strains for oral health. But there's an important distinction. Evidence for individual probiotic strains does not automatically mean that the finished ProDentim product has been clinically proven to work. And that's where things get interesting. So what exactly is ProDentim? It's marketed as a daily oral probiotic supplement, generally taken as a chewable tablet. The formula has been described as containing probiotic strains including Lactobacillus reuteri, Lactobacillus paracasei and Bifidobacterium lactis BL04, along with other supporting ingredients. Some current product analyses report a combined probiotic amount of around 3.5 billion CFU. However, one limitation is that the individual amount of each probiotic strain isn't clearly disclosed. That matters because when scientists study a probiotic strain, the dose and specific strain can make a big difference. So you shouldn't assume that because an ingredient has been studied, the exact amount in ProDentim has been proven to produce the same result. Now let's get to the most important question. Does ProDentim actually work? The answer is more complicated than a simple yes or no. Some oral probiotic strains have been studied in humans for things such as plaque, gingival health and bad breath. For example, Lactobacillus reuteri has shown some promising results in certain studies, particularly when probiotics are used as an addition to normal dental care. But these effects tend to be modest, and the research isn't strong enough to say that probiotics can replace brushing, flossing, professional cleaning or dental treatment. And here's the biggest limitation. There does not appear to be a large, independent clinical trial proving that the complete ProDentim formula itself produces all of the results claimed in its marketing. That's an important difference. Ingredient research is not the same thing as product research. So if you see someone saying that ProDentim is clinically proven to cure gum disease or regrow teeth, be very skeptical. There isn't good evidence to support those kinds of claims. Let's briefly talk about the ingredients. The probiotic part of the formula is designed to support the oral microbiome. Lactobacillus reuteri is probably one of the more interesting ingredients because it has been studied in relation to gum health. Lactobacillus paracasei has also been investigated for potential oral health effects. And Bifidobacterium lactis BL04 has been researched primarily in other areas of health, with less direct evidence for the specific dental claims made about ProDentim. The formula may also contain supporting ingredients such as inulin, malic acid and tricalcium phosphate, depending on the current formulation. But again, the presence of an ingredient doesn't prove that the finished product will produce a particular result. That's why I would look at ProDentim as a supplement that may support oral health, rather than a treatment for dental disease. Now let's talk about results. This is where many supplement reviews become misleading. You may see dramatic before and after photos or testimonials online. But individual testimonials aren't the same as controlled clinical evidence. If someone says their gums felt better after using ProDentim, that may be their genuine experience. But we can't automatically conclude that ProDentim caused the improvement. Changes in brushing, flossing, diet, dental cleaning and other factors can also affect oral health. So I would be very cautious about promises of dramatic results. Especially claims like, ProDentim regrows teeth. ProDentim cures gum disease. Or, ProDentim replaces your dentist. Those are claims you should not rely on. So, is ProDentim legit or a scam? I wouldn't call it accurate to simply label it a scam. It's a real supplement sold as an oral probiotic. But the bigger issue is the gap between what oral probiotics may potentially do and what the marketing might make consumers expect. The scientific evidence for certain probiotic strains is interesting, but the evidence for the complete ProDentim formula is much more limited. So my verdict would be, ProDentim is a real product, but its marketing claims should be viewed more cautiously than the advertisements might suggest. If you're considering ProDentim, think of it as an optional supplement rather than a replacement for basic dental care. Brushing twice a day, cleaning between your teeth, maintaining a sensible diet and seeing a dentist when you have problems are still the fundamentals. And if you have persistent gum bleeding, tooth pain, swelling, loose teeth or other dental symptoms, don't try to solve the problem with a supplement alone. Talk to a qualified dental professional. So, does ProDentim actually work? Here's my honest answer. There is some scientific interest behind oral probiotics, and certain probiotic strains have shown potential benefits in oral health research. But ProDentim itself has not been independently proven in a large clinical trial to deliver all of the benefits promoted in its marketing. So I wouldn't call it a miracle dental product. I also wouldn't say there's no science behind the concept. I'd put it somewhere in the middle. Interesting formula, potentially useful as a supplement, but don't expect miracles, and don't replace normal dental care with it. If you want to check the current ProDentim formula, pricing, guarantee and official product information, I put the details in the description below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this review useful, subscribe for more honest supplement reviews.